there, how are you? I've got a storybook here that I'd like to read to you. It's called The Night Before Christmas. With a pretty shadow of Santa Claus flying to the children for Christmas. This book belongs to Dion and Crystal. The night before Christmas, a visit from Saint Nick. Saint Nick is another name for Santa. It was the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Looks like they're having a nice sleep. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care. Look at the stockings. In hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children all nestled, all snug in their bed, with visions of sugar plums dancing in their head. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap. Must be very cold over there. Oh, when out on the lawn, I heard such a clatter. I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a lustre of midday to objects below. That means it made it look like it was daytime outside. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. Wow, how many reindeer can you see? Maybe some are hiding away here. With a little old driver, so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, the coursers they came. He whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen. On Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the hall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. He looks very happy, doesn't he? Look at these two looking at each other. Isn't that funny? As dry leaves before the wild hurricanes fly, when they meet to an obstacle, they mount to the sky. So up to the rooftop, the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. Look at him up there. Maybe you can count all the reindeer now. My eyes aren't that good. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. I drew in my head and was turning around, and down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. Santa come down the chimney. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. Can you see him there? He looks pretty messy. He came down the chimney. Do you have a chimney at home? Is it very messy sometimes? I see somebody looking in the window. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his sack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry, and his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry, his droll little mouth torn up in a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf. I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. With a wink of his eye and a twist of his head, it soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. There he is. There's Santa. He's getting the presents out of his sack. Is that cool? And there he is giving this man a nice smile so he knows he doesn't have to worry at all. This is Santa. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work. And he filled all the stockings and then turned with a jerk. Do you have stockings? Do you fill the stockings, or does Santa fill the stockings at your house? And laying a finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He's pretty magic, isn't he? He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." That's one of my favourite stories. There's Santa Claus. He's finished for his work for the year, so it's time for him to have a nap. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for listening to my story. It's one of my favourites. The Night Before Christmas. And yeah, it's a very, very, very old story, and I've read it to loads of children. So thank you very much, and I will catch you again on the next video. See ya.